Hi, my name is Dr. Frank A. Thomas, and I had the opportunity to speak with Pastor Clinton D. McFarland, who is the senior pastor and founder of Grace Baptist Church in Stockbridge, Georgia. Check out this clip from our conversation. To watch the full conversation, click the link at the end of the video or in the description below. It will bless you. It was an amazing interview. So first, what I want to say to you is that, you have tremendous genius in preaching. I mean, it's just what you know about preaching intuitively, both in practice, in the Compelling Preaching Initiative, of which we're thankful that you're a part.
Thank you.
We're trying to bring naming what you do so that the folks that are imitating you are left with more than just sounding like you, but they know what you're doing.
Yeah.
How you're thinking about it, how you prepare a sermon, naming your method. It's like leaving a recipe, and then my experience is when you leave them a recipe, they take it, which is what you did, and they make it their own.
Yeah.
And once they make it their own, I always say that when a preacher's like this, they're up one Sunday, down next Sunday, up one, down, up, down. That's a method issue. You're not clear about your method, because if you're clear about your method, you do this.
Yeah.
Right? So you've intuited all of this just by being, doing, practicing. And I think the best is getting ready to come relative to your mentoring, because when you name it and you tell these folks, I got a preaching class you can sit in, they come in.
And I'm going to have Dr. Frank Thomas as one of the main facilitators.
No, they come in because you do it so well. You inspire people to want to preach better. Good preaching makes you want to preach better.
Yes, and what you're doing in this Compelling Preaching Initiative, this is a godsend, and I want you to know that. My wife can tell you every time I leave home, it's like the first day of school. I get my stuff out, and it's exciting. But you are helping me to identify what I do, because honestly, prior to this, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what I do. I could probably explain some of it if I thought about it. But you are helping me to make a science, I guess, of what I do, and I'm seeing the importance of it.
And then, too, you've made the time to think about it. You make the investment of time. Now, you made that decision. I'm going to sit down and think about what I'm doing, because it's masterful, it's powerful. And our tradition is weak in method, at least identifying method. The way we learn method is to watch, listen, get the tapes, right? Intuit, practice, get the tapes, see again. And we're weak at, okay, this is how we're organizing this, or this is how we approach the sermon, or these are the steps I'm taking, and I think. Part of my work is to try to get us methodologically stronger, because method improves the quality of preaching.
And I'm seeing a difference. And even my church, they're like, Pastor, I didn't think you could get any better.
Are you serious? I mean,
and they've told me that.
And you think this is because of the Compelling Preaching Initiative?
Indeed. Even my preachers are telling me that. I think they see maybe more confidence, just the approach. I feel like I'm learning what I do. I'm learning me, so they can tell a difference, and they are encouraging it even more. So the response that I'm getting you know. And even guys, man, this is no lie. I told you I was preaching for Marcus the other night, and man, I had several guys like, man, you have, you know, you've gotten even better, you know. So, you know, I attribute that to what you are teaching us.
Thank you for that.
In this class. And then not only that, the cohorts. My God, some of the most brilliant people. So we're learning from each other as well.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it because, you know, we're flying the plane, and, you know, it's a new jet. You know, it's an extension of the PhD program, but it's a new jet that's taking off. So we're trying to work it out. But this is exactly what we intended, because we believe we're not going to wait for everybody to come to the seminary.
Right.
But if we can train people and put them out in, so when you go back to your community, I mean, when you, not only, you know, so you've preached all these conventions, but wait till you have preaching classes at the convention, let alone preach and then do a preaching class.
Right.
So that, you know, see, that sermon y'all heard last night, let's take it apart. This is what I was doing. This is what I was trying to do. This is what God led me, right? So now a person can, we've heard great sermons, but for the most part, we don't know what's in the mind and heart of the preacher in terms of method.
How did he get to that point?
Exactly.
How did he arrive at this conclusion? And maybe it's because I never thought about it. Nobody told me to think about it.
Right.
And you told me, you need to know what you do, and then you need to be able to articulate that. Well, nobody told me that. I mean, everybody just say, you know, can I get the tape? I used to have a guy, man, this is no lie, he would buy all my CDs, and he was so gifted he could preach it exactly and do it better than I could do it. So, but this is theory.
Right, exactly, that's what it is.
You know, I'm a musician, I play by ear.
Right.
I know nothing about theory,
Right.
but just think if I could
Get there.
learn this. So you're teaching me, I've been preaching by ear, man. You're teaching me theory. So,
You know, and this is...
and you can repeat it when, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you can repeat it and you can consistently do it when you learn the theory.
Right, because you can intend for it. Not that you taking over God's job.
Right.
But you can intentionally practice. And so you're exactly right, because a preacher with theory is a better preacher.
Yes.
At whatever level.
Yes.
Whether you're a master preacher or you're just starting out, you get theory. It's like music theory. You know, they are fine. My dad was a jazz musician, and, you know, I'll say this real quickly. I took piano lessons, you know, for 3 years. And the teacher put music in front of me and told me to play it, and I couldn't play it. And so I quit, because I really didn't want to do it, because I didn't want to put the time in. So in other words, the long story is, okay, the kids, we all outside playing, and I'm in piano practice. My dad's got me in piano practice. You know, he played saxophone. He had a vision that one day we all were gonna play. Dad. I didn't buy that vision. So I quit, and I could play well, but he wanted me to have, and I didn't want to spend the time. Theory takes time.
It takes time.
But it's worth it.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
It takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work. But let me tell you something else it has done for me. Because I'm learning the theory behind my preaching, the level of confidence now has just really escalated or elevated, because I know this is what I do, and if I do this, you know, it's a pattern now.
Thank you so much.
It's a pattern.
Whew. Thank you. I mean, it's just...
Thank you.
You know, it's because what it is you sit down with a yellow sheet of paper and you try to vision it. And then to see it happen, and it's a lot of work to get to hear. So I appreciate you saying all of this, because I don't care whether you got a storefront and you got 6 people, or you're in a cathedral and you got thousands. If you want to improve your preaching,
Yes.
come see us.
Yes. Most definitely.
Because we're not caught in, we're not caught in anything. We're not caught in the big churches and the little churches. We're not caught in the big preachers and the little preachers.
Yes.
We want to improve preaching because, God's reign and the kingdom of God ain't coming
Until this gospel.
and until all of us get better.
Exactly.
You got a great station on your corner, but if the church across the street's in cardiac arrest,